Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Well, then, if that's true, bad advice is like a fart. It's toxic, it causes serious damage, and it's just best to avoid it at all cost. It will never surprise me how many people became lock experts because they retwisted their little cousin's locks once when they was 13 at a sleepover. I don't know, I feel like once you start your lock journey and people see you rocking your little baby locks, here come the lock experts just coming out the woodworks, throwing all kind of crazy advice and opinions at you. Now, your auntie has received some pretty trash advice at the beginning of her lock journey, so I thought it would be helpful if I share those with you right now so you don't fall for the okey doke. So without further ado, coming in hot at number 5 is don't let nobody touch your hair. Now, while it's important of who touches your hair and how, it is also essential to seek out professional help when needed, especially if you are new to the lock journey. You very well might need somebody to guide you. It would be beneficial for you to get a good loctician that can give you great advice on how to grow long, healthy locks and how to maintain your locks throughout your journey. Why? Because you're new to the game. You don't know nothing yet. I feel like that is a great reason to let someone touch your locks. A lot of long-time lock wearers feel like only you should be the only person to touch your hair. But I just feel like some people take it way too far. Those are the ones that I call the super intense lock wearers. The ones that think, as spiritual beings, our hair is an extension of our energy field, connecting to our third eye and chakra centers. Hence, allowing someone to touch our locks can transfer their energy to us, affecting our own energy and personal power. I just don't think it's that deep. And besides, if I was a newbie to the lock game and was just starting my lock journey, that would scare the hell out of me. And I really wouldn't let nobody touch my hair. Come on, auntie, get to the point. The point is, it's okay. It's okay to have someone touch your locks if A, you give them permission to, and B, they are a professional and they take great care of your locks. Number 4, absolutely don't use any products in your locks. There is so many folks out here that's quick to say, you don't need any products in your locks. But let me tell you, for a lot of people, that's just not the move. Is there some products out there that can be straight up harmful to your locks? Yes indeed. But that doesn't mean you gotta go all natural. But what is good advice is using products that promote healthy hair growth. Think like natural oils like jojoba oil, coconut oil, tea tree oil, and my favorite, castor oil. Now, me personally, I love a good old lock gel for my retwist. Now, some people make their own twisting gel out of like raw aloe vera and flaxseed, but I ain't doing all of that. That's just a little bit too much for me. My time is very, very precious and limited. So I need something that's a little bit more convenient than that. My point is, people, you do not have to retwist your hair with air and oil your scalp with hope. You can use products on your locks. Just make sure you do your research and choose products that work for your hair type and lock journey. Simple. Number 3, you should retwist your hair every week to keep it neat. Horrible, horrible advice. Ay, Dios míos. Like, what is people's obsession with the neat look with locks? Like, is it gonna kill you and the world is gonna end if you rock some new growth? It's getting weird. You wanna have locks, but you also wanna see your scalp 365. The point of having locks, at least for moi, is to break free of the idealistic view that our black hair must look neat, perfect, and presentable at all times. Just letting our locks simply be and breathe seems to be taboo now these days. And it gets worse. I guess for the sake of this video, we can call them people with a cosmetology license that don't mind giving you a retwist every 2 days. As long as you're forking up the money, they will twist you bald every 2 days. Y'all, over twisting can cause damage and tension to the locks, and it's simply not necessary to retwist every week. Now, me personally, I like to retwist around every 3 weeks, and some professionals think that that's too early. I read the recommended time for one to wait to get a retwist is every 5 to 6 weeks. My point is, don't get all wrapped up in that my locks must look neat 24/7 BS. The longer you wait for a retwist, the stronger the lock will be because of a low manipulation and new growth. Number 2, don't wash your hair for weeks to let the lock form. If you don't wash your locks, there's a myth out there that you should not wash your locks for weeks when you're trying to get your locks off and popping. That is horrible advice that can actually cause more harm than good. When you don't wash your hair for a long period of time, buildup and scalp issues can start to creep up on you. And that ain't cute. It is important to maintain a clean and healthy scalp. So when you're first starting, don't be afraid to get up in the shower and get up in there. And don't forget to show your scalp some love, not just the locks. Now here's a quick auntie tip. If you're just starting your lock journey and you have that fine, soft texture, you know the hair texture that unravels very easily, get you a hairnet. Just like this one right here. Put it over your little baby locks and get to scrubbing. This will stop them from moving around and potentially unraveling. Don't say I never taught you nothing. And finally, number 1, the worst lock advice that I've ever received from someone is use beeswax to make your locks lock faster. Jesus. I'm not saying that it won't. I agree. Beeswax have a great hold on locks. But you know what else got a good grip? The devil on some people's souls. Am I comparing the devil to beeswax? Yes. Yes, I am. Beeswax can easily attract dirt and a whole lot of lint, leading to buildup and potentially damaging your locks. And you literally have to use a high-pressured power washer to wash it out. My very first loctician started my locks with beeswax. Let's just say I won't be using that stuff ever again. There was little gray gummy clumps in my locks from the beeswax. It was just so thick and I didn't like it. The beeswax for me was a huge lint magnet and I had to pick it out my locks with some tweezers. Just do yourself a favor and skip the beeswax and use a less abrasive product to lock up. You'll thank yourself later. And remember, when it comes to your hair and your journey, you got to do what's right for you. No matter who it's coming from, not all advice is good advice. Now, repeat after me. I am the boss of my own locks. I said repeat after me. I am the boss of my own locks. And I will do my own research and apply what's best for me and my locks. I think it's very important for us to share our experiences and knowledge. So if you rocking locks right now, please tell me in the comments section, what is the worst lock advice that you've ever received? And also tell me if I missed any. It's been real, y'all. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Bye!